whoa, 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 whoa. And she got that one thing that I like. I'm just wondering what it's like to have 20,000 followers and a bunch of DMs, niggas all wanna slide. Then she famous, they acting alright. Quit tripping, I'm the one that she like. Them other niggas goofy, you starring in my movie, ain't even gotta put up a fight. She got that shit.
I'd like to welcome you to the world's motherfucking greatest podcast in the
world.
Ooh, very nice. Listen, he's really
gonna do too much.
He's succinct with them joints. When we got people in the building, he real succinct. He real succinct.
He got my mans in this joint. I ain't gonna do too much.
So I don't know if y'all know, but there's this place called Lake Arbor, and it's a wonderful, magical place. It's like, wow, black people everywhere, nice houses. It's really popping.
There's a golf course through it.
It's like, if you've never been there, you should probably get there. But there's these cool cats, and like, I was a little older and I didn't really know about it. I just woke up one day and they had this song called April 10th. I don't know if you've seen the video, but I think I saw you in the video.
I believe I saw you.
I saw you in the video. I think I saw you.
Weren't you in
I might have been in the video, but
somebody was playing that shoes.
I don't know, but we are lucky enough to have the founders of Lake Arbor Records and the guys who gave you April 10th. Make some noise for JohhnyJon, GKD, and Sebago.
You.
All right. So while this love affair is going on, this bromance, as you can see, these guys make some of the hottest music in the DMV area, PG County to be precise. If you don't know, you should really get in tune, really find out about them. They've been here before. Had a tape called We Working.
Well, two of them were here before.
Yes, that's
Sebago was here in spirit.
Sebago was here in spirit, but he was up north with it. Now he in the States. Last time they were here, they had a tape called We Working, and I didn't do my homework that time. I was not doing my due diligence. I listened to the album maybe 30 minutes, and I just crammed it all in. I did my homework today. We got a new album. Since the last time y'all was here, We Working came out, and that shit blew up. I seen y'all niggas in radio battles. I've seen y'all niggas on shows. I've seen y'all niggas on playlists.
I've seen y'all niggas in Los Angeles.
I've seen y'all niggas making music videos all across the country. So, since the last time y'all was here, are you guys surprised at all the success that you guys have had since?
I ain't surprised. I feel like for me, it's kind of just waiting for everything to fall into place. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like we had it, and the way we put things together was just a matter of things falling in line. I will say a lot of things did also happen by chance, though. Like things that we didn't expect.
Listen, I mean, I normally would be like, we got somebody elaborate, like things falling, happening by chance. What does that mean exactly?
So, even when we dropped LA to Calabasas, it was by luck or by chance, at least for me, that we got to debut the song on the radio. That wasn't the plan. That wasn't the original plan.
Okay.
You know, that just kind of happened that day, basically.
So how did that come about?
Bago.
I mean, I ain't gonna say it was, you know what I'm saying, Bago, but me and John, we try to reach out to DJs and try to get our songs out there. And that morning, John was actually sending an email to WKYS. And you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, you sent the email? He's like, yeah. I was like, man, fuck it, I'm about to send an email too. So I just sent the email on another email. I was like, fuck it, they gonna get these emails, you know what I'm saying? So
I like that. They gonna get these emails.
You know what I'm saying? Hashtag that. And then next thing you know, I head out and I'm at the gym, you know what I'm saying? And I get a FaceTime call from John and Big Homie. And they like, yo, we on the radio tonight. So that same day when we sent the email, the night of, we ended up on the radio, which was a week before LA to Calabasas was supposed to come out. So we premiered it on there just you know what I'm saying? Not by chance, because I believe in shit happens how it's supposed to.
Yeah.
But it just, it
worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's dope. I mean, that's really... I've been using the word "that's dope" or the phrase "that's dope" a lot, and I don't know what's gotten into me, but that's neither here nor there.
Bougie now.
So let's talk about LA to Calabasas. I was listening to that song and I was listening to the clean version and I was like, hold on, what the fuck? I was like, come back. I was like, and I was like, oh, okay, this is the song I heard on the on Instagram because once again, I'm not on the social. Someone sent me the battle and I was like, I was really confused as to what was going on. I just seen Lake Arbor verses. I was like, kind of explained. So I was like, okay, this is the song, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh, I really like this. And then we get to the Bago part. I don't remember the lyrics on top, but there was a part in the switch, and Bago just gets to, about my ex getting engaged, my 2 exes. I just wanted to say congratulations. I recently got engaged, and boy, that one was. I was like, you got it. You knew something, buddy. I was like, you knew something.
Hey, congrats on that,
Charles. Appreciate that.
Get out, Charles.
But with like just the lyrics, when you guys put that shit out, and this is how I feel about the radio. The radio is weird. Like, it's not really a good barometer of what the streets like, what the people like. Lyrics don't really matter. Catchy jingles, hooks, all that good shit. I listened to that song. I was like, yo, the bar's fire as fuck, and that's all I could take away from it. When you guys put it out and like you have to do like sort of like a radio battle competition, how does that feel? Because does it dilute it for you? For me, it's like I don't want to think about that in a competition. That's a song in itself, you know. Like I get we got to do this, but how does that feel for y'all? It felt weird for me.
Well, for me, we were just happy. Like we didn't even take it as a battle against anybody. We were just happy that we were being premiered. So we just took it as we're premiering our song. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we even that night we hosted an IG premiere party. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't even about like we're battling anybody else. We just, we were just premiering our song. So we just kind of took that opportunity and kind of tailored it to how, we saw it. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really about like battling anybody or something like that. It was just really just like, you know what I'm saying?
We kind of just took it into our own opportunity at the end of the day. Our own, like, we molded it into how we wanted it to be presented at the end of the day. So the live kind of helped us do that.
That's tough.
Yeah.
One thing I also loved about this song is that you made a dance. Like Charles said,
yes,
it's a radio song.
I was thinking to myself, like,
he was like,
am
it's
I
a
going to see
radio
this?
Song.
I was just thinking, I didn't really have it in my head, but that's what
I'm saying about the
niggas was doing the song, the dance in the video, and I think I'm like, were they doing it there? And I was like, I didn't know, and I'm like,
yeah,
yo,
we was definitely going crazy.
Yeah, going down.
That dance is like, I don't know the dance, but in my head, I'm like, it looks like it's here.
Yeah, bro. For one, it's a great song, and then you got a dance to go with it, and I was just like, wow, like they're ahead of it.
Who thought of the dance, or was the dance thought of first, or did the song come about and you just made these cheeky lyrics and you're like, yo, I got to dance?
They come together because we know y'all niggas don't write.
Yo, you know what's crazy is he probably would you say that you write?
I write now for the sake of having to send the lyrics.
I think that might be my fault because I was like, Johnny, I was like, yo, I need these lyrics. I was like, I can't be listening and not. I need these.
Yeah, he was just blowing me up like, nigga, you ain't seen your lyrics.
That's my fault.
2 days ago, I think. I was like,
that's my fault.
This guy Charles is happy.
Yo, I went to. I was like, yo, bro, I need these lyrics. I was like, I need these lyrics. He was like, oh, I got you. I was like, my man, I didn't know. He was like, oh no, I wanted to. I was like,
yeah, like William Jones like that.
I was like, we here. I was like, we here. Nah, because the lyrics are, bro, like the lyrics are fire. Like, I'm glad you brought that up, that dance, because I'm like, yo, this song is dope. And then the engagement lyrics, once again, took me out.
So
I just want to know what niggas be saying.
I know for myself for that specific song, like, I was in I was in Montreal when I wrote that. You know what I'm saying? So I was really just on my own, and I'm like big on like meditation. So in the mornings I was meditating at the park. And right after the part, like right after my meditation, like they be FaceTiming me and they see me under a tree and shit, just like chilling, you know what I'm saying? So right after my meditations is where I found like I just had like a clear, open mind, and like just like I'd go through like different moments that I've went through different periods of time, and that was just one of the periods of time that just came to my mind when I heard that beat. You know what I'm saying? So the engagement lyrics and but like the dance. I mean the as far as the hook, after I finished the verse, the dance really came like I didn't know it was gonna be a dance, but I was just like, drip. Whoa. I didn't know it was gonna be slide or whatever.
Bro, that's what I was just.
But then I was just like,
Can't
okay.
give niggas instructions over JohhnyJon.
That's what I'm saying. The man was giving instructions. So I'm thinking to myself, yo, I'm dead as I was sitting on my stoop and I was going like this. And I was just like, I don't really know why I'm doing this, but he said side. And I'm like, all right.
It's time to slide.
I've been working on my woe.
So I mean, I finished that part when I touched down in Maryland.
Yeah.
So as far as the dance, because I came up and I told you, I was like, yo, because when I came back, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, it was like Bago's home. So it's like, you know what I mean, nigga, where your bars at? Everybody was looking at me like, because I'm not gonna lie,
I feel like that was John.
that was John, that was him, that was it. Everybody was chatting because it's like,
Damn.
you know, I'm fairly new to like this whole music thing, so like it was always a struggle.
Bago,
coming
they
up
did
with
that to
verses.
you like that?
They was niggas was like
Niggas like
alright,
bar
yeah.
up?
Oh, you want to be a rapper, huh?
Bago, after what you did on We Working, niggas ain't was like, yo, you know, just come do the 16 and, you know, get back. Niggas was like, I need.
Niggas is like, yeah.
Hey, big homie. Yeah, you different, big homie. Okay, so you said something that really triggered my mind. You said you started the verse in Montreal, but what I loved about that, I guess we can start talking about the project. Thank you, Lake Arbor. You guys are on almost every track together.
Yeah.
I'm more than positive, and for most of the tracks, you guys have ample amounts. So this is not like this is Sebago song, this is GKD. So I want to know, like, if you start something in Montreal, you come down here, who decides is this all producer extraordinaire? Or do you like, yo, you know, let me start the hook? Because there's a few songs where we get 4 bars, then we get 6, then we get a whole. I'm like, yo, and at one point I'm like, I need to know these niggas' voices, because I was like, I don't know who's where. So at one point I had to stop listening and just try to like get y'all voices. So I was like, all right, this is GKD and this is Sebago. So then once I was good with it, I was like, okay, cool. It's there's one track that's like 1:30, and I'm like, oh, this is Sebago. So no, that's GKD. I was like, hold on, wait. I was like, hold on, wait. I was like, no, that's I was like, all right. Who's doing this? Who's deciding? My brain hurts.
No,
Someone help
I
me.
was listening to Urgency, and I was like,
I think that's the minute. I think that's the minute.
Yeah,
I think that was.
Wow.
I think that was guys.
Like, because when you come on, it was like, it's an emergency. I was just like, who the fuck is rapping now?
Yes, I didn't know
Like,
who
who
it
the fuck is
was.
rapping now? Like, it's just like that
fucks
shit
with
is
it.
seamless though. Like how y'all pass that shit off.
Wow.
And also about barring up.
Yeah.
I know you talking, but you GKD, like there were times where I was like, you're not singing no more. You don't want to be Bryson no more. You want to be Wayne. Like I just didn't. I'm like, oh, so like
My
everyone's
favorite rapper, bro.
everyone's doing a little bit more now. Like I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Like who decides who gets the first 5, who gets the second? Like enlighten me.
I think we kind of come up with the concept, but sometimes when John feels like, yo, it's too much of this or it's too much of that, then we kind of just listen to what, you know what I'm saying? How long? Because another big thing was not just like who starts the song, but how long we wanted the project to be in a whole. So like when it came to breaking down the different songs, it was like, okay, it's too much of you on this song. We need a little bit more of this. Okay, it's too much of that on this. We need this. Okay, stop rapping, sing. Okay, don't sing, rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of, like, puzzle piecing for the most part.
You have your gripe about how long. Is your issue track or length? Album length?
It's track length, not album length.
So
But if you
we
make
have
the
to.
track longer, you essentially make the album longer.
Well, but sometimes, in my opinion, you can add fillers. There's no fillers here.
None at all.
I asked, earlier in our group text, I asked what was your favorites.
I would sleep during that discussion.
I quoted the 7-Day Adventist bars because I asked them. I texted them. I was like, yo, these boys got it. Nah, because that shit really had me feeling some way. Nah, I gotta go back because. Mama 7 day praying, but she ain't no Adventist. Them boys nice. my exact text is 2 tracks. That's the ones. Forgot the names. I said running urgency, elevators. It was just like
My joint is He Say She Slay, Negro Cowboy.
there was
urgency, run.
There was nothing. To me, it was not. This is how you know album's good when everyone is like, "Oh, this is my favorite track."
Yeah.
And like I said, I just run and urgency just been on repeat. Like I literally and then like I said, I had to get the bars.
Like
so I just kept playing those back.
It did. I need my credits, guys.
Also, what I love is that the JohhnyJon staple of beat switching or in production switching has not stopped, and I'm solely happy. You got in your Hit Boy bag, I feel as though too.
Producer of the year.
A lot of like older like I call them Sunday morning soulful samples. So there's like Saturday morning soulful samples, not Sunday because it's not really churchy, but it's from that era. It's from that 70s, late 60s era. You had a lot of those. I was like, and it reminded me of Burden of Proof, a lot of the beats, like just that tempo. So I just want to know what was in your, not as, we get back to the artist for a second, but producer, like what was in your mindset in creating the sound for this? Like, was it one cohesive sound? Different sounds?
Yeah, different sounds. I just listen to random shit. If I hear something I like, then I like to flip the shit, basically. And I play all of my beats, and beats that John say chose for real.
Okay. This is real collaboration. I got one nigga like, I gave him some. They chose a nigga like, he said sing, he said rap. I ain't do it. Well, how seamless, because I didn't unfortunately get to the studio sessions, but I've seen the videos, I've seen the Instagram. What was that just collaboration process like? Because y'all had Kojo, y'all had Kof, everybody was coming through. The pictures, it looked like a
sound man pulled up.
It felt like
you know what I mean?
I'm about to say, it felt like Quad Studios or some shit. Like niggas pull up, get it in, and then what was that? Because y'all the ones making it with Big Homie. Is there? What was that like?
That was the thing is that it's love, but when people just start pulling up, it's like damn. They get to hear firsthand. They get to hear the process of it. You know what I'm saying? I remember even just seeing the text of O saying how like hearing the end product. So it's like you get to hear the beginning product and then see what it becomes to. So they get to be a part of our process, basically. You know what I'm saying? They get to see it grow to its like fullest potential.
I want to get back to a few tracks we haven't talked about all day. First track I heard from the. What made that track seem a little bit more different than the others, at least to me? That one seemed a little bit more upbeat or
upbeat.
Well, for the flow of the album, like Elevators is what I'm talking about. Okay. We talked about earlier how Elevators has this airy sound, but all day it's like, all right, it's smooth, but it's not like the rest of this shit. Like that's what I'm like. What? Who decides? Because I'm not healthy.
I think I just kind of came across that beat. I was like, yeah, I got this one. Like I said, I was like, yeah, I got this one. I'll take care of it.
I fucks with I'll take care of it. Makes me think. I love this this feminine energy on the album. Yeah. So whoever the voice is, the girls, the skits, shout out to them. Yeah. They did it huge. No, the one skit about being in the studio, like that niggas. I mean, they make hits now. I like that. But even like just on the background vocals, like there's multiple songs where I'm hearing this. I'm like,
he say, she say.
Thank you. I'm like, who is this girl? I'm like, yo, that's nice. Like I just want to hear her a little bit more. So like I like that energy. It changes the energy to me.
A 90s nostalgia type feel to it. Like how back when rappers used to rap and then like towards the end of the song,
you just hear a chick, she just get a bridge.
She started chaining shit on some Dom Kennedy shit, because I know Bargo loved Dom Kennedy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Gucci. All that.
I'm curious, do y'all when y'all bring in other people like that, when you bring in these sort of outside voices, do you be like, yo, say this, or do they like, I want to do this?
Nah.
I think for this specific, like what we've done, it was more so like added vocals on the lyrics that we have. You know what I'm saying? And we just knew that the feminine voice would just bring a different personality to a song and to a project. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the things that I wanted people to feel on the ways, I don't think it would have been felt if it was only me on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Versus
that's real shit.
Sade Ogun, who, if you match up the last name, is Dave's sister.
Wow. Shout out to the family.
A whole like talented family, man, for real.
That's
And you know, I just felt like it brought a different personality because it's just something about it that just shaped the album. Even in the skits too, it's like, okay, you know.
Thank You, Lake Arbor is the name of the album. You guys are Lake Arbor Records. You bring the pussy to Lake Arbor. It seems to be heavy on Lake Arbor. Why is that so important?
They bring the pussy to Lake Arbor.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? First of all,
It's a
They
choice.
bring it. Consent, kids.
you know what I'm saying? Yes. Why was the? I'm sorry. What was the question?
Why is it Lake Arbor so important? Like,
Man, it was just. Well, I'll give my spill on Lake Arbor, and they can. But for me, it was just like Lake Arbor was just like the meeting point. You know what I'm saying? That was where, for me, like we used to go to the Lake Arbor Rec every Fridays, and you know what I'm saying. We used to just be in Lake Arbor, Eddie's. You know what I'm saying? It was just like where the brotherhood started, and a lot of us just lived in Lake Arbor. I didn't live in Lake Arbor. I lived like right by Mitchellville Plaza, but it was like
12,000.
Saturday morning. You know what I'm saying? I used to walk up to John's crib. You know what I'm saying? So, I just felt like it was the meeting point. You know what I'm saying? It was where the brotherhood started, and that's why it's so significant. You know?
Dave.
For me, I always lived by Flowers on Stony Ridge Road. Shout out.
Okay,
Shout out
gang.
to that. You know what I'm saying?
Rep your set. Rep your set. Rep your set. You know the vibes.
I recently moved. I already moved again, so I don't live in Lake Arbor anymore right now. But I moved to Lake Arbor for like 9 months. And during that 9-month project, I was like, we lit. like, that's literally when we decided to start making music. And then all of a sudden, it was right before that. Like, we were deciding to make music. And then I found out, oh, snap, I'm moving to Lake Arbor. Oh, wow. How much better is that? So now that's when it really became, like, solidified for me. But, like, Lake Arbor for me before then was just, like, balling at the rec. You know what I'm saying?
I fucks with it. I just like, yo, that's about Lake Arbor. You know,
So happy
be
for
a little
someone to be
bit,
talking
be a
about
little
his
bit more
place
to
at home.
I'm just saying, like, when you say the Lake Arbor Records, it's like, yes, I feel that. Like, I remember being 13, 14, 15, like, all right, we at the regular Friday night till fucking 11 p.m.
Best, it
You
used
know
to
what I'm
be
saying?
the best bump in the fucking county every Friday. No cap.
I look forward to Friday.
Niggas
You know what I'm
from
saying?
Jamaica,
You know?
like private school niggas.
Little path, you work to the back to the Eddies, and then you come back, little shit like that,
Crazy.
And my thing is about like nostalgia, and I think in music is important, and I think it makes people connect. So there's people from Lake Arbor who will hear this and be like, well, that connects with me. There are people from PG who know Lake Arbor, and that connects with them. So I just,
I was a Glenarm kid in Lake Arbor.
you know what I'm saying? I just feel it's dope, and like, I think for the kind of the idea of what Lake Arbor is and what the kind of people who grow up there, and like, I like what y'all doing. Y'all, this is a good representation of what I would feel like some people from Lake Arbor would be like. if I had to be honest with you, if you told me some dudes from Lake Arbor was rapping, I wouldn't want them to talk about how they shooting niggas in the head every time.
Yeah.
And that's not what we get with this. Like, we don't get that. So I think that segues me perfectly. Black Lives Matter. I hate using that term now because it gets like all this other shit. But you guys were talking some real social shit on the album. But it was fun. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like, wading in the waters. It was just like, I'm just saying, it was just like 400 years of oppression, but I'm still black and I'm black and I'm black. And, and it was fun. How do you balance trying to make fun songs or like shit that feels good and also still like we've been talking about bars a lot, but like say something.
Explaining it is hard, but I think it's just a natural thing. I would say a lot of like the humor in bars come from Bago.
For sure.
When it comes to the humor in the bars. And then you kind of I kind of like try to balance it out, like, okay, let's be serious. but it's
Let's be serious.
Right?
But it works perfectly, you know what I'm saying? And that's why like the songs are still like very like they mean and what he's saying at the same time is coming from an actual real place. So it's like
Yeah, so can I get to one? I'm glad you said that. That story about it's a girl. I'm guessing you say something to her, but she's white and you're black, so they don't believe you. This is in my.
Damn. So you caught you okay?
Yeah, that's what that was the thing about it. I was like, oh, so this is that's why the lyrics about like what was going on was because I was like, oh, so what happened? You didn't really say that, but you mentioned.
Yeah. So what it was I was at a club in like Vancouver.
I knew it had to be Canada because
it's to tell you about Vancouver is like seeing a black person. You see a black person every like 2 days or some shit like.
So it's like that.
It's and you know
it's very diverse. He say.
Yeah.
But not many black people.
It's not. It's them two white people. So it's 3 kinds of people.
He like you know how it's black, white, and Mexican here is that and that there.
Yeah, basically. And
don't let Charles have you thinking this single-minded shit.
I'm just saying, we all racist.
Do not do that, okay? We trying to progress.
Listen, he's trying to tell a story. He needs context. Let him.
I feel like the way he said it was fine, Charles. We don't need you to bring your bigotry into this.
I'm just saying, Asian, brown, and white. That's how it worked over there. Over here, it'd be black, white, and Mexican.
That's what I saw out there. You know what I'm saying?
Speak your truth, King.
You speaking your truth. Go ahead, Mario.
Maybe.
So, I was there for a weekend, and while I was there, I was at a club, and you know we had a table and everything like that, and there was this Asian girl. And me and my boy, you know, we're at our table and, you know what I'm saying, we whatever, vibing, having fun. And I just quickly stepped down and I wasn't even like, you know what I mean, around her or anything. Like I was like in distance. So like I'm right here and she's probably like 5 feet away or whatever the case is.
Social distancing, I like it.
Social distance before the time though.
I like it.
So, and I looked over there and then that's when she just comes up and she just pushes me. I'm like, yo, okay. I talk to my boy, I'm like, yo, what's going on? And
I was gonna say a word.
she comes back again. I'm like, all right, cool, music's back.
$1.
Music's back. Down there. She comes back, pushes me again. I'm like, yo, don't fucking touch me, bro. And then next thing you know, security guard, Asian dude, she's an Asian girl, comes up, flashes me. And he's like, yo, come to the back. So I go to the back, and it's like in the back room leading to like the stairs going outside of the club, and it's like 4 security guards were just like, you know, what's going on? And I'm telling them the truth. My boy's right here. He was there with me. I'm like, bro, she literally pushed me. I didn't talk to her. I didn't, whatever. But it's like, it's this thing that when your skin color is just in their eyes, it's like, no matter what you say, it's like, it's a lie to them.
What kind of Asian? Are they like Tongan Asian or like Mandarin Asian?
I think it's more so Chinese. I think they were Chinese. I think it's more so Chinese people over there.
Okay, all right. That makes a lot.
So it was just like, you know, I could just tell they weren't, you know what I mean? So
it was a disconnect there.
It's like it just, you know, I was right, she was wrong, but they can't tell the difference.
Yo, I felt that.
When you blackity black, it'll shift their opinions.
I felt
and
that.
And a difference in opinions, it'll come from appearance. And right after that situation, I get kicked out of the club, just to fast forward. Knees on my, you know what I'm saying, neck and shit like that. And before police even ask anything, you know what I'm saying? And when that whole situation gets over and I don't, you know, go to jail or whatever, if I'm handcuffed and whatever the case is, I just remember calling my mom. And, you know, I told my mom what happened. And, you know, my mom never leaves the phone without saying a prayer for me. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, like, it's just a 10-second call. She'll say a prayer, whatever the case is. So that's just what came to mind. I was just like, yo, she's praying 7 days a week. And she's not, you know what I'm saying? She's not an Adventist.
Not an Adventist.
So, you know, so it was just like really putting that out in a cool way. and just a real way that's not too heavy. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. Like that shit heavy. But like the way you did it in the song, I caught it. I was just like, oh, he's talking about something. I was like, I know he's talking about something. I was like, he didn't tell me a little bit, but he gave me enough of the story. So I just, like I said, I just thought that was mad dope because throughout the album, where like I said, it's very airy, it's very sonically, it sounds like very to be cheeky, Travis Scottish. They weren't Travis Scott lyrics. They were very potent, like about life. Yeah. So to have those like, ooh, whimsical, and then, nigga, the black is black.
You keep comparing JohhnyJon beats, and I don't like it.
You know what? And I'm glad you said that. You know why? Because I didn't want to. I had told myself I wasn't going to put any name to it. That's why I started with airy. But I felt as though once he gave me that story, I had to like, cause like on the track. Travis Scott has a few songs where he's talking real shit, and it's like, damn, like
Stargazing and a few others. Yes.
You know, you talking real shit on like real nice guitar strings, and I'm like, wow, and that's how I felt about this. I'm like, I'm hearing this really.
Credit the producer, bro. You saying shit on this jump, so I was just like, bro, how the fuck did these niggas stay focused on? Because I know I couldn't even stay focused listening to the motherfucking song. So like, how did they stay focused in the booth? And I'm like, son, these niggas cranking right now, but somehow they still got the mindset to get the message across. When the bar before that and after that don't got shit to do with police brutality or Black Lives Matter. So like, I just want to know how y'all do it. John, I need you to jump in.
Wait, hold on.
How you give us these very like potent bars over? I want to party. Yeah. I want to party.
Y'all don't be cranking in the booth? I seen you order Chipotle and shit, but
this nigga crazy.
I can say him to be cranking in the booth.
Okay. We be cranking. I mean, I feel like we be, you know what I'm saying? We be cranking during the freestyles and every. Honestly, how we make our music is through just like, damn, like, there's a lot of, damn.
It was too much. It was damn. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, he freestyled that joint. Because he was so surprised. He was like, oh, shit.
And like, bro, remember, write that shit down right now. Write that shit right. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of it comes from there. So, like, when we get to the booth, it's like, we either memorized it already by now.
At that point, it's just like, yo, let's get this done.
You like, it's hot.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Forgot how the shit that you ever thought of. I felt that. I felt
you get
that.
in the booth and you just put it down. I think when it comes to getting on John's beats, it works. It works. Like
I love that. It works.
You know what I'm saying? It probably won't work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But we found our little diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep this joint riding.
I like that.
You know, like,
Is every beat on there by you?
Yeah. Every single.
Is it never gonna not be a JohhnyJon beat on anything?
I can't see that day right now. Right now, they're JohhnyJon's on the checking. You there right now? Like,
I'm not here for turmoil.
I love the different tags. Like I see, there's multiple tags now. Yeah. I see you. Yeah. I see you. I like the second tag. I see you. I was like, oh, new tag. I like Johnny. I like.
Not here for turmoil. I just wanted to make.
No. It's all good. No. You was in the process. You got engineer credit. You good buddy.
I don't know if I got that credit.
Shout out Matic, man. Shout out Matic. He was definitely in the studio.
Not yet, but a track with Punch. For sure.
Okay.
Hey, I like it. My last thing before we go, like
Omar, where?
Yeah.
Some coming soon, man. Coming soon. OV.
Oh, God, they've been working. We know that. They showed us that. They gonna come.
I was just asking because we was at the video shoot and I was like, this nigga's a star.
Listen,
I don't give a fuck what he did. Yo,
the whole conglomerate.
He belongs in front of the camera.
The whole conglomerate.
I was like, damn, this your video.
No bullshit. I was like,
listen, the whole conglomerate. It's like, yo, it's like Wu-Tang in the early 90s. You do a little bit of this, you do a little bit of that. You take that, I take this.
Nigga was just in the back dancing the whole time. Then the camera just came to him, and I'm just like, that's star shit.
Listen, any man who don't have to button up the shirt.
Right.
It's like, buddy, you got it. Do your thing, buddy. Like, stage is yours. Thank you, Lake Arbor. What should the people know from you guys? What should they know to feel, or how should they feel when they actually hear this? Because I've heard it and it's amazing, and I know when they hear it, they'll think it's amazing. But what do you guys want them to feel?
I just
Ooh, that's a tough question.
I feel like people. I feel like I'm not allowed to say what people should feel. I feel like that's something that you just kind of come up with on your own. But I just want from our end for people to know that it's from a genuine place. You know what I'm saying? It's no like faking it or whatever the case is. This is the brotherhood, and you know what I'm saying. If we never made music, I'd still be going out to U Street with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Not now.
Rest in peace, U Street. Rest in peace, U Street.
you know what I'm saying.
So defeated. He like, where's Marvin's?
Just want to go to Shadow Room.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know what we gonna do. We might have to fuck around.
Probably at the crib.
I guess.
Everything's gone.
It's gone.
I think from this project they're gonna definitely see like a genuineness. I think they're going to see a unique kind of creativity. I think that's what people will probably see. They'll probably ask those same questions like, yo, how was this shit made? Like, what was the process? I need to know this from beginning to end. Like, I think I wanted to tell a story at the end of the day.
You did a good job.
Because,
I haven't heard the sequence yet, but I know you did a good job.
The project is going to tell a story with the sequence, the name of the project, the label, what we're saying on the different songs, how we come on the different songs. All of those are going to be like small pieces to like a big picture.
JohhnyJon, anything producer extraordinaire before we let the streets out? Like I said, I heard the second tag. I like it. I like the second tag.
Appreciate it, but shit, the shit was just fun to make, honestly. It was just fun to make.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Much continued success to all of you, Sebago,
Gang.
GKD,
Yeah,
JohhnyJon, big homie ES. We see you in the back.
November 27th, right?
yes, sir.
All right.
Lake Arbor Records.
1027.
1027 Lake Arbor
We
Records.
taking it back.
Listen, they taking you back Tuesday release dates.
Don't release on Tuesday.
They don't release on Tuesday no more.
It's only Friday.
Malcolm X came out on a Tuesday.
You have to relax.
Shout out Mountain.
Niggas can't have that.
Off the drug. Baby had a wish, looked at the stars all up above. He ain't gave no shit, we made it happen just because. Ayy, gave my eyes a kiss and all she wanted was some love. Made her way too lit, just don't get caught up off the drugs. Baby had a wish, looked at the stars all up above. He ain't gave no shit, we made it happen just because. Ayy.
I'ma do what I gotta do, yeah.